Honestly, this one could go either way. This one is called the 1-4-2-3 Ultra Attacking. And as you can see, the defense is kind of missing. It's pushed up and there's so much attacking space in there that it could do really well or maybe really poorly. But this is, on the page I got this from, it says, inspired by the 1-4-2-3 kitchen sink, scored in every game in a season. So we're going to take a look at it, though, with our three teams in a holiday sim of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's just dive in and see how our teams did. Well, in this case, it did a bit of both. Liverpool on tops with only 88 points. It's kind of a little bit on the average mark, maybe a little higher than average, but they get tops. But 166 goals is insane. 108 though against. Keep that in mind. Aston Villa in 11th. Yeah, that's where the problem's going to lie. 137 goals. They just couldn't keep it out of the back of the net though. Domestic Cups for Liverpool, they get past Ipswich 9-3 in the Carabao Cup third round. That is a thrashing. But they lose out to Stoke in penalties in the Carabao Cup fourth round. They get all the way to the FA Cup final and lose 3-6 to Chelsea. But they kick the crap out of Man City 7-4, 5-4 against Man United. Wow. They do get to the Europa League final, but just missing out 2-3 loss to Lazio. So overall, I can't say this did an awful job for Liverpool, but you still have the goal issue on the backside. And they've got a lot of green to show for it. That's funny. But goals, 37 for Nunez, Diaz with 34, 33 for Jota, 24 for Salah, 24 for McAllister. That's an insane set. 26 assists for both Andrew Robertson and Trent apiece, 24 for Tsimikas, Szoboszlai with 23. An average rating Salah with a 7.73. Wow. Switching it up to Aston Villa's domestic cup run, they beat Manchester United 4-0 at Old Trafford. They come home and they get their butts handed to them 3-8, losing out in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. They get to the FA Cup quarterfinals and get their butts handed to them again, 6-2 in a loss. Ouch. And unfortunately, they can only get to the Europa Conference League round of 16, getting their butts handed to them one more time by Fiorentina. Unfortunately, they get 7 past them in the home leg, but still not enough to move on. So yeah, this one kind of hurts for Aston Villa. They get to the quarters in the FA Cup, semis in the Carabao Cup, but still, that lack of a back four really hurts them. Yet they still have a bunch in the green that they usually don't. So 46 goals for Ollie Watkins, 31 for Diaby, Zaniolo with 30, 21 for Morgan Rogers, assists 33 for Lucas Didier, dang, 24 for Matty Cash, Ollie Watkins with 22. Average rating, Ollie Watkins though with a 7.67. Probably one of the highest we've seen from this team. And this is pretty much what I would expect from a Liverpool team in the data hub. Through and through attacking, no question about it. Shot percentage is down, wow. But defensively is so bizarre, almost completely anti what they usually do. 4.37 goals per game is insane. 2.84 conceded and 2.68 XG against, though. That's insane as well, just not for the right reasons. And Aston Villa, showing the exact same through and through attacking, defensively just absolutely woeful. 3.61 goals per game, but 3.89 conceded and 3.56 XG against. That hurts. So unfortunately, due to Aston Villa's poor performance in the league, we are back here. Liverpool in first with points per game, 2.32. Aston Villa in 11th with 1.13. But getting to the heart of the matter, Liverpool and Aston Villa first and second in goals. 166 for Liverpool, 137 for Aston Villa. Man City even getting up there with 98, as does Chelsea with 96. Those two are pretty high, but these are a lot higher. Most possession, though, 58% for Liverpool, 55 for Aston Villa. And then most shots for first and second again, 853 to 733. And that's it. They're really not in here a lot. But now getting on to Ipswich Town. This one could really go either way. And sadly, they came in 9th. 69 points, 168 goals is insane. 156 against? Yeah, same thing, just not for the right reasons yet again. Domestic Cups. We already saw them get thrashed by Liverpool in the Carabao Cup third round. They're out immediately in the FA Cup third round, 0-3 to Brentford. So yeah, overall, this is not a tactic to try with Ipswich, at least. The championship has a big issue with this, I would imagine. And squad-wise, they've got about average in the green. So, I mean, they've got that at least. 32 goals for George Hurst, 25 for Broadhead. Assist, we have 27 for Leif Davis, Wes Burns with 22. And average rating, well, George Edmondson gets up there. But George Hurst with a higher appearance count gets a 7.49. Championship stats, 1.5 flat for Ipswich Town points per game. And same locations here as the Premier League teams, but most goals in first for Ipswich, 168. That is probably one of the highest we've seen. Most possession in fourth with 57%, and most shots for in first with 10-22. Holy crap. So let's just dive into the tactic itself and see what it's all about. We start out with a sweeper keeper in attack, a single ball playing defender in defend on that central or on that defender line, wingbacks on the left and the right in attack with 2 DMs in support, 2 attacking midfielders in attack. Both are mark specific position. It is that DR-DL combo. 2 pressing forwards in support on both sides, and then an advanced forward in attack up front. Very attacking mentality. In possession, attacking with his narrow. Passing directness is slightly shorter. Tempo is higher. Never time waste. Low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So yeah, how did it do overall for our 3 teams? Well, this is definitely one to try, I guess, on a case-by-case basis. I mean, your back line is non-existent, and it shows when you're getting 156 goals against, and that's Ipswich Town. I mean, Liverpool still came in first place, so that 166 goals for really pushed them forward, but that 108 almost held them back. Now, try it out with a Man City, Liverpool, even a Chelsea, Man United. Maybe that's going to work. But an Aston Villa, an Ipswich Town, Burnley, West Ham, wow, it probably would not. So definitely, use it to see what it's like and have fun with it. But overall, I would not expect some amazing things from it, especially at least in a holiday sim. As I always say, if you ticket drillers, do your own transfers, training, tactical changes during a match, you will definitely do a bit better of a job here. How much better? I guess that all depends on you. But here, it was a little shaky. But that's it for me, 7FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.